Hey everyone, it's Dr. Nicole Rochester, board certified pediatrician, CEO of Your GPS Doc, and author of Healthcare Navigation 101, a guide for college bound students and parents. I am back with another college tip. In my last tip, we spoke about the roommate plan. If you missed that video, make sure you go back and check it out. Today, I want to stay on that theme to some extent, and I want to talk about how to empower our kids to make smart choices. Now, we know that our kids are, either back on campus for some of them or they're living in off-campus housing. They have not seen their friends since, March. And so many of them are anxious to see each other. There are going to be opportunities for small gatherings, large gatherings, parties, alcohol, all kinds of things that really go against the recommendations for preventing the spread of COVID. I'm sure if you are watching the news and reading the newspaper, you have already seen all of the schools that are publishing data about the rapid increase in COVID-19 cases as they are opening up their campuses. Some schools have already reversed their decision to reopen after just 7 to 10 days of classes. Other schools are reporting, huge parties and disciplinary actions. So what we know is that our kids are probably going to make some missteps. So how can we as parents support our kids and help them to really feel confident to make smart decisions when many of the kids around them may not be doing so? So I have a couple of things that I will suggest. As a pediatrician, as a mom of a 25-year-old and a 20-year-old, what I have learned is that we can't lecture to our kids. We can't preach to our kids. The right way at this stage, at this age, is to really engage them in a conversation. Start by asking them questions. Ask them what they think about, being back on campus or being back in the college town. Ask them if they have any concerns about being exposed to COVID-19. Find out what they know about coronavirus and their risk and, what they think about their ability to get infected and what they think about, whether or not they will become sick. And that may be an opportunity for you to dispel some of those myths. And then really just engage in a dialogue, do kind of a scenario where you say, hey, what would you do if, your roommates tell you that they are going to a sorority or a fraternity party? What are you going to do in that situation? And you have to frame it in such a way that you're not being judgmental because they're not going to tell you the truth, right? You have to make sure that you are framing these conversations in a way that you are making it clear that you want them to be honest with you and that you're not going to yell, but that you really want to engage in open dialogue. And then you can begin to give them some of the language. You can begin to, hear maybe some misinformation that they have, and that's your opportunity to correct that. I have told my daughter she can use me as the bad guy. She can say, well, you guys, my mom's a doctor or whatever she needs to tell them. But I also have empowered her to, stand up for herself and to feel confident and comfortable, at a minimum, declining. And I can share with you, my daughter has already declined 2, if not 3 invitations for, gatherings that she just did not feel comfortable with. Now, 6 months from now, maybe she'll feel more comfortable. In all transparency, she just got back to school and is living in an off-campus apartment. But for now, she is not comfortable. So she is declining invitations. So I think at a minimum, we need to empower them to say no, to feel comfortable, even if everybody else is going, to say, you know what, no thanks, I'm not comfortable. Or just say, I have something else to do. I'd rather stay home. I'm tired. Whatever they need to say to get out of that situation. But then the next step is, what do, if you are around what used to be a small gathering and now it's turning into a large gathering, empowering them just like you would when you talk to them about drugs and alcohol and not being in the car with people who drink or are under the influence. These are the same conversations that we need to have with our kids surrounding coronavirus. So I encourage you to begin having these conversations with your college students, and stay tuned to this channel for more tips as we all navigate these very, very difficult times together. If this information interests you and you want to get in deeper and have more in-depth conversations, I encourage you to consider joining us in the Nurturing Navigators. That's my new online college parent membership community, and I am so excited about it. So all you have to do is go to the link that you see there on your screen, and we look forward to having you join us.